helicopter lands on top of the University of Kansas Hospital, a common occurrence for the region's only nationally verified Level 1 trauma center and burn center.
The University of Kansas Hospital is a regional referral center for all kinds of injuries and illnesses. So it's a very important resource for the community to be able to send their patients from very far off to come here to get treatment with the most specialized equipment, procedures, up-to-date care, and experienced physicians and nurses taking care of them. The faster that you can get to definitive care, the better the outcome is going to be. So being able to fly here is obviously a more rapid form of transport than coming by ground ambulance.
The University of Kansas Hospital can land two 9,000-pound helicopters on this pad, but to meet the growing demand for services, the hospital needs a third, stronger helipad, strong enough to land a military helicopter weighing 30,000 pounds and carrying the President of the United States.
To be considered by the Secret Service the presidential hospital is a big deal, and this helps us fulfill that requirement for them, so that if the President or Vice President or Secretary of State, whatever dignitary happens to need emergent health care, they can land right on our roof and go right down to the emergency department or the trauma center, as opposed to having to land in a field or in Rosedale Park or somewhere and then transport in by ground ambulance.
The helipad under construction, worthy of a presidential landing, will be unique. Not many like it in the country, and not easy to build. The pad sits on steel stilts 24 inches deep that will hold 120,000 pounds of concrete and 10 tons of rebar supported by huge steel beams.
The largest pieces that we have are around 9,000 pounds apiece. So one beam that's 72 foot long, the end result of that beam is it's actually two pieces that are each 9,000 pounds apiece. But because of the crane size and the limitations in the access, we had to split that beam in half. And then once it made it up to the helipad elevation, we had to actually weld it back together and make it one solid beam.
Every time another helicopter needs to land, crews have had to stop working to clear the massive crane required to fly those heavy steel beams. When complete, the state-of-the-art landing pad will have heated concrete with a flip of the switch to melt snow and ice, as well as special lighting.
Because of its location, it will become the primary helipad because it's a safer landing spot for them.
The current helipads will remain in service. The new helipad should land its first emergency flight by the end of the year. For the University of Kansas Hospital, I'm Jill Chadwick.